Good morning. It is about 6 a.m. Trying to get out here earlier than normal. One, because it's supposed to be scorching hot today. It's supposed to be extremely warm today. Two, we have plans late this morning, so I gotta hammer out my project this morning so I can get it done. And I'm gonna need some stuff out of the barn here, so we're going to get the side-by-side out of here. This is kind of my normal morning routine, especially early in the mornings. Throw it in neutral, and I just ride it on out of here. Especially when it's not quite warm out yet and the air conditioners aren't really going yet. So it kind of, the air conditioners drown out the noise. That keeps it quiet. I don't want to start it in case we have windows open in the house. And I think I mentioned this in another video, but I went out to go feed the meat chickens one day, and I just had the two little small feeders, and they swarmed it, and there wasn't enough room for all of them. So I actually grabbed a 5-gallon bucket. I drilled a bunch of holes and put these like little feeders into it. So now they have 3 feeders. They seem to work pretty good. I actually have those on my egg layer chickens. I have it in a big drum. So that is the plan for today. We're gonna use big drums, make some big feeders, and also a big water jug to go with it. And I'm just gonna replicate the exact same setups that I've already done for the other chickens that seem to work pretty good. So I actually have 2 more of these barrels. I think they're my last 2 of this size. And I love this size because, well, you've probably seen me try to drag the 55-gallon drum around when it's like 2/3 full, and that is a bear. Everything is moving out here. The chickens are moving, both the egg layers and the meat chickens. So I wanted to be able to move these. Plus, these have the little handles, so it makes them so easy. So we're gonna have one for water and one for grain. And the real reason I'm doing this is because I'm actually leaving out of town. I'll be gone for 3 days. And so I'm sure if I left all the chickens as is, the family and the kids, they could take care of all this without me, but I have what I need to make their life a little bit easier. So why not set them up to succeed? So in reality, I'm hoping I can fill each of these up, feed and water, and probably get through all 3 days. And they won't have to move or add anything to this. They'll just have to maybe pull the shelters around and the coop around, move that around a little bit. And that's kind of it. That's kind of the plan. So I have 3 of these here. The package came with, 4, 5, 6, 7. It came with 8. I had to buy the package because 1 broke on my previous setup. So there's 4 on the 5-gallon bucket. So we have 7 altogether. So I think I'm gonna try to puncture 7 holes in this one for the grain. And then we'll also have to reuse some of the water nipples on this one from one of the 5-gallon buckets there too. So we're gonna go ahead and just start drilling. I think right here above this ridge is gonna be about perfect. Deburr these. All right, so simple little collars. These things just slide right in and seal, and then chickens can get their head inside and get the grain. And I can be a little high on the bucket because they can get their head in and go down a little bit. So they can reach all the way down into here if need be. So it works out pretty darn slick. All right, just like that. So the rest we have to steal off of the bucket that I have down there. So we have the final 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna drive me crazy that the spacing's not right, but it'll work. Now for our water. Same thing, I have like 3 of these little water nipples. And so we'll steal a few off of the bucket I have down there. All right, that's 8 of them. Quick deburring. So same thing, we got a little insert, it's got a little metal tip on it, and when they push on it, it opens up the inside, lets a little water out. A little washer goes right on the threads. And sometimes they screw in, sometimes they just push right through. Sometimes it's a combination of both. And then you have this little collar you slide on the inside, and that keeps it nice and snug. And everything is plastic, so you gotta be a little careful to not over tighten or cross thread anything, because it just wants to snap. All right, there we go. We are ready to take them down. And look at that sunrise. Like I said, I'm gonna have to steal components off of each of these. So sorry, chickens. Ooh, that's pretty full. And we're gonna need one of these. Ooh, that's about half full. That's a little more full. Let's see if we can save some of this water. There you go, chickens. Okay, I think we're gonna start with our water. I'm gonna steal all these now. Okay, and back on. Done. All right, and for this one. I already took all the feed out of here and dumped it into a orange bucket. Make this a little bit easier. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now we can fill them all up. think what I'm gonna do, just so I don't mix up water and grain if something spills, is we're gonna do all the grain now and get it over into their run, and then we'll go work on the water. So I think, yeah, this barrel is just about empty. I'm gonna see if maybe we can just dump it right into here. All right, I got it about half full. Figured that'll make it easy to get up in here. Oh. And then I'll use, well, we have this also I can top in there. All right, and I'll fill this up one more time, and that should just about do it. All right, let's see what that does. Ooh, right to the top. All right, let's go run this down to the baby chickens, okay, buddy? All right, chickens. Oh. There's no way I could have done this with the 55-gallon drum. Whew. There we go. Should we get some water now, buddy? I think what I'm gonna do here is grab a hose and just fill it up here. And I'm pretty sure I can handle it taking it back down. I think I actually might, yeah, I might rinse it off. Outside and inside. Okay. We are just about full. It looks like I have one of these little water things leaking. Whew, that's cold well water. I did get a good turn on it. Maybe I didn't have the little washer on tight enough. I think the rest look to be holding. Okay. This one's lid, for some reason, a little warped, but I have the locking ring for it. So as long as we can get it on, we should be able to snug it down. Oh yeah, perfect. All right, let's go drop this off with the chickens. All right, see how bad this is. Oh. Yeah, that's heavy. Okay. Ooh, chicken. You ready for some water? So I'm not really 100% sure on the capacity of those. Oh, he's eating out of it already, or she is. They're getting some water out of there. But width-wise, they're just bigger than a 5-gallon bucket and about twice as high as a 5-gallon bucket. So it's easily 10 gallons. I'm thinking it's like 12 or 15 gallons. So we have 15 gallons of water here, plus we still have 5 gallons in that jug there, plus this entire thing of grain. I still have our single little feeders, which should be enough. And I don't leave for about 3 days. So I'm gonna be able to monitor this, see just how much this holds up to the abuse of these crazy monster chickens eating and drinking everything. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, we're good for the day. We're done with today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you all next time. Later.